Good morning students, welcome back to our class. So in today's class we are going to see 6.3.3, that is applications of dot and cross product in geometry, how we are going to apply. So let us enter into the examples directly. So the first example is the naming theorem, Apollonius theorem. So they have given it as example, but you have to learn as theorem, you have to learn the statement and also the proof. Okay, Apollonius theorem, see the statement, if D is the midpoint of the side BC, the diagram is given like this. A, this is B and this is C, this is D. Okay, so this is C vector, this is B vector and this is A vector. Here the vector, this vector goes like this, direction is like this. Okay, so if D is the midpoint, here I have given D is the midpoint of the side BC of a triangle ABC, show that by vector method that modulus of AB vector the whole square plus modulus of AC vector the whole square is equal to 2 into modulus of AD vector the whole square plus BD vector the whole square. Okay, so first we have to write the given terms. So ABC is a triangle. So in this the vectors are AB vector is given by B vector and AC vector is given by C vector and BC vector is given by A vector. They have given D is the midpoint. Okay, so AD vector will be in this direction, AD vector. Okay, so since D is the midpoint, so AD vector is given by AB vector plus AC vector divided by 2. If D is the midpoint, BC vector divided by 2, that can be written as AB vector plus AC vector divided by 2, which is equal to B vector plus C vector divided by 2. Okay, B vector plus C vector divided by 2. So with this you are going to see in the proof they have given 2 into modulus of AD vector the whole square plus modulus of BD vector the whole square. So first we are going to take the right hand side. We are going to assemble the elements of right hand side. We have to tell that which is equal to the left hand side. So see the elements in right hand side, it is AD vector the whole square plus BD vector the whole square. So first let us take AD vector the whole square, that is modulus of AD vector the whole square is equal to AD vector dot AD vector, which is equal to, what is AD vector? It is B vector plus C vector divided by 2 into B vector plus C vector divided by 2, which is equal to 1 by 4 into B vector is B square, B vector modulus of B vector whole square plus C vector into C vector is modulus of C vector the whole square plus B vector into C vector plus B vector into C vector into B vector, which is equal to 2 into B vector into C vector. This is dot product, B vector dot C vector. Okay, now let us take what is BD vector. What is BD vector? What is BD vector? BD vector is equal to AD vector minus AB vector. BD vector is equal to AD vector minus AB vector. What is AD vector? We know AD vector is B vector plus C vector divided by 2 minus what is AB vector? It is B vector, which is equal to B vector plus C vector minus 2B vector divided by 2. So the answer is C vector minus B vector divided by 2. Now shall we take what is modulus of BD vector the whole square? It is equal to BD vector dot BD vector. What is BD vector? BD vector is C vector minus B vector divided by 2 into dot C vector minus B vector divided by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 it makes 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 into, so C vector dot C vector is C vector dot C vector is modulus of C vector the whole square minus B vector into minus B vector is plus modulus of B vector the whole square. Okay, so this is minus C vector into B vector, this is minus B vector dot C vector, it becomes minus 2 into B vector dot C vector. Okay, let us take this as 2 and this as 1. Okay, so adding 1 and 2, what we will be getting is, adding 1 by 2, that is modulus of AD vector the whole square plus modulus of BD vector the whole square is equal to 1 by 4 into modulus of b vector the whole square plus modulus of c vector the whole square plus 2 into b vector dot c vector. So you are taking 1 by 4 common. We are adding, right? So modulus of c vector the whole square plus modulus of b vector the whole square minus 2 into b vector dot c vector. So this and this gets cancelled. What stands a 1 by 4 into 2 into modulus of b vector the whole square plus 2 into modulus of c vector the whole square. Take 2 as common, so it becomes 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into modulus of b vector into modulus of c vector. In the left hand side we are having this. So take this 2 to the left hand side, what happens? Take that 2, so the left hand side becomes 2 into modulus of AD vector the whole square plus modulus of BD vector the whole square, which is equal to, what is B? Modulus of B vector the whole square. B vector is AB vector, right? So modulus of AB vector the whole square plus, what is C vector? C vector is A vector, AC vector. So modulus of AC vector the whole square. This is what we have to prove, right? So modulus of AB vector the whole square plus modulus of AC vector the whole square is equal to 2 into modulus of AD vector the whole square plus modulus of BD vector the whole square. Hence prove. This is what we have to prove. Okay, now let us see the example 6.7. Okay, so what's the question? Prove by vector method that the perpendiculars from the vertices to the opposite sides of a triangle are concurrent. That is, perpendicular means altitudes. Okay, so altitude means, if this is a triangle, what is altitude? From this vertex, this altitude, if a line is drawn, this line should be perpendicular to this side. Similarly, from this side and from this side also. Okay, what we have to prove is these three lines meet at the same point. If this is concurrent means the three lines would be same at should have a common point. Okay, so what's the diagram? Diagram is like this: A, B, C. This is O. Okay, so this is going to be the A vector, this is going to be C vector, and this is going to be B vector. This point is D, this point is E, and this point is F. So you have to explain the diagram. Okay, construct a triangle ABC in which the two altitudes AD and BE intersect at O. So if you want to prove that as a concurrent, so first let us take this AD and BE intersect at one point, then you have to tell that this CF also intersect at the same point. Okay, we are going to prove like that. Okay, so here OA vector is equal to A vector, OB vector is equal to B vector, and OC vector is equal to C vector. You have to write like this. Then we know that from the diagram it is clear that AD vector is perpendicular to BC vector. Yes, AD vector is perpendicular to BC vector. Therefore OA vector will be perpendicular to BC vector. Yes, if two vectors are perpendicular, we know that its dot product will be equal to 0. That is, OA vector dot BC vector is equal to 0. What is OA vector? That is A vector dot, what is BC vector? BC vector is given by B vector plus C vector divided by 2. Sorry, BC vector, right? So C vector minus B vector. Okay, it is C vector minus B vector equal to 0. So on distributing A vector dot C vector minus A vector dot B vector equal to 0. Similarly, we know that BE vector is perpendicular to CA vector. Yes, therefore OB vector will be perpendicular to CA vector. That means OB vector dot CA vector equal to 0. What's the meaning? What is OB vector? It is B vector dot, what is CA vector? CA vector, it is A vector minus C vector, right? A vector minus C vector equal to 0. This can be written as B vector dot A vector minus B vector dot C vector equal to 0. Let this be 1 and let this be 2. Okay, so now we are going to add these two equations. Okay, we are going to add these two equations. That is equation 1 plus equation 2. What is equation 1? A vector dot c vector minus a vector dot b vector. What is equation 2? Plus, okay, b vector dot a vector can be written as a vector dot b vector. A vector dot b vector minus b vector dot c vector equal to 0. This and this gets cancelled. The answer is a vector dot c vector minus b vector dot c vector is equal to 0. This can be written as a vector minus b vector dot c vector is equal to 0. This can be written like this, c vector into dot a vector minus b vector, right? This is in the distributive form, so we are taking the common outside. A vector minus b vector dot c vector. We are writing a vector dot b vector is equal to b vector dot a vector, right? So therefore we are taking this side. So c vector dot a vector minus b vector. What is a vector minus b vector? It is ba vector. Right? What is c vector then? It is oc vector. Therefore oc vector dot ba vector is equal to 0. So oc vector, that means OC vector is perpendicular to BA vector. Since OC vector is perpendicular to means we know that CF is perpendicular to AB vector. Since it is perpendicular, we can say that these all the altitudes meet at the point 0. You have to complete like this. All the altitudes meet at the point O. Hence they are all the altitudes are concurrent. Okay. Now let us see example 6.8. In triangle ABC, the points D, E, F are the midpoints of the sides BC, CA and AB. Okay, so this is the triangle A, B, C. D is the midpoint of BC and E is the midpoint of AC and F is the midpoint of AB. Okay. So they are considering A as the origin. So these are the direction of the vectors. Okay, using vector method, show that area of the triangle DEF is equal to 1/4 of the area of the triangle ABC. Okay, so for that we are taking A as the origin. So the position vectors of D, E and F is given by position vector of D is given by AB vector plus AC vector divided by 2. AB vector plus AC vector divided by 2, and then E is given by AC is in this line, right? So that is AC vector divided by 2 and F is given by AB vector divided by 2. Draw a imaginary line here. Okay, let us draw a imaginary line here. Okay, so we know that if this is a parallelogram like this, this is going to be the length and this is going to be the breadth. Therefore, we know that the area of the parallelogram is found by length into breadth. Yes, length into breadth. That is modulus of AB cross AC. That is modulus of AB vector cross AC vector is the area of parallelogram, right? Parallelogram. But see here, we want to find the area of this alone. That is, this is the diagonal of the parallelogram. This is the half of the whole area of parallelogram. In the triangle, the whole parallelogram la or half. Meedi half in there. So we know that area of triangle ABC is equal to half of the area of the parallelogram ABC, and let this be some M. ABMC. Okay, so what is the area of the parallelogram? That is half of modulus AB vector cross AC vector. So this is going to be the area of triangle ABC. Now we have to find area of triangle DEF. Okay, we know area of the triangle is found using half into length into breadth. That is 1/2 into modulus of DE cross DF. Okay, DE vector cross DF vector. So DE and DF can be written like this, equal to 1 by 2 into modulus of DE is written as DE is written as AE vector minus AD vector. Yes, AE vector minus AD vector. We are having cross, right? So cross, and again DF can be written as AF vector minus AD vector. AF vector minus AD vector. Okay, so you have to cross multiply this. Before that, what is AE minus AD? AE minus AD can be written as AB, and similarly AF minus AD can be written as AC divided by 2. Okay, see here, AE minus AD can be written as half of AB. Similarly, AF minus AD can be written as half of AC. Okay, so this is modulus of AB vector divided by 2 cross AC vector divided by 2, which is equal to 1 by 2 into, taking 1 by 2 outside, it is 1 by 2 into modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. Yes. What is the area of the triangle ABC? One by 2 of AB cross AC. Area of triangle ABC is 1 by 2 of A cross AC. But see here, this is multiplied, right? So it should be 1 by 4. Okay, so 1 by 4 into 1 by 2 of modulus of AB vector cross AC vector. So this can be written as 1 by 4 of, what is 1 by 2 of AB vector cross AC vector? This is area of the triangle ABC. Area of triangle ABC. So in the left hand side we are having area of triangle DEF. Therefore area of triangle DEF is equal to 1 by 4 of area of triangle A, B and C. Okay. Now let us see example 6.9. What is example 6.9? So before that they have given application of dot and cross product in physics. Okay, the main important thing. So see the definition 6.2. If D vector is the displacement. If D vector is the displacement vector of a particle moved from one point to another point after applying a constant force F vector on a particle, work done is given by W is equal to F vector dot D vector. See, this is the force that we are, so if there is a particle, if you want to move this particle to some place, we have to apply some force. Okay, then it moves to here. We are applying some force and it moves to here. So the force is given by F vector, and the length, the displacement from here to here, it is denoted by D vector. So therefore work done can be written as F vector dot D vector. Work done can be given by F vector dot D vector. Okay, where F vector denotes the force applied and D vector denotes the displacement. Using that only we are going to find the we are going to solve these sums. And before that, see here, if the force has an acute angle, then the work done by the force is positive. And like this, you know, this is acute, this is right angle, and this is obtuse, right? If the force done is in acute angle, then we can say that it is positive, the force is positive. If the force done is at right angle, then we can say that there is no force. The force done is equal to 0. So the work done, okay, sorry, if the force is at acute angle, then the work done is positive. If the force is at right angle, then the work done is 0. And if the force given is at obtuse angle, we can say that the work done is negative. Okay, this might you might have this in your 1 mark questions. Okay, just underline it. So now let us see example 6.9. A particle acted upon by a constant forces. They have given the forces like this: 2i cap plus 5j cap plus 6k cap minus i cap minus 2j cap minus k cap is displaced from a point to the point here. Find the total work done. Okay, so first these two are the forces that is applied. So F vector can be given by adding these two. That is 2 minus 1 is 1 into I cap. So 5 minus 2 is 3. So plus 3 into j cap. 6 minus 1 is 5. So plus 5 k cap. Okay, so the displacement is from a point A. This is A is given by minus 4 comma minus 3 comma minus 2, and B is given by 6 comma 1 comma minus 3 respectively. Okay, so displacement is, it has been moved from the point A to B. So AB vector can be written as OB vector minus OA vector. Okay, what is OB vector? It is 6i cap plus j cap minus 3k cap minus of, what is OA vector? What is 4i cap? So minus into minus it gets plus 3j cap, minus into minus it gets plus 2k cap. Okay, now shall we simplify this? See here, 6i minus 4i is 2i. So 2i cap, and j plus 3k is, here the coefficient is 1 and here it is 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4. So plus 4 j cap minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1. So minus k cap. This is going to be your displacement. Now we are going to use the formula for work done. What's the formula? Work done is given by F vector dot D vector, where F vector is the force and D vector is the displacement. So W is equal to F vector dot D vector, which is equal to, what is F vector? I cap plus 3 j cap plus 5 k cap dot 2 I cap plus 4 j cap minus k cap. Okay, so how will we find the dot product? 2 into 1 is 2 plus 4 into 3 is 12. 5 into minus 1 is minus 5. So 14 minus 5 is 9 units. This is going to be the work done, 9 units. Okay, so now example 6.10 is going to be the assignment for you. The same thing, they have given two forces. So you have to add, for getting F vector you have to add these two vectors, and they have given 2 points, and they have given the force work done as 16 units. So you have to equate like this. Okay, so you have to find D. By this they have given 2 points. So you have to take A vector and B vector, and then OB vector minus AB vector. Then after finding this you have to find the value of D vector. Okay, then use this formula. W is equal to F vector dot D vector. In your question they have given the W is equal to 16. Okay, just equate this. E16 is equal to this thing. In some value you will be having lambda. You won't get the value, any value, real value. So you will be having lambda. So you have to find the value of lambda. Just multiply like this. This is equal to 16. So you will be getting the value of lambda. So 6.10 is going to be the assignment for you. Let us see the definition 6.3. If a force F vector is applied on a particle at a point with the position vector R vector, then the torque. So here we have seen work done, and here we are going to see about torque. In this torque, the vectors used is force, that is F vector, and then R vector. R vector is called as the position vector. Okay, point of the position vector. Then the torque of the moment is given by, torque is represented by T. R vector cross F vector. This is R vector cross F vector. So torque is also called as rotational force. Torque is also called as rotational force. T vector is equal to R vector cross F vector. So see the example 6.11. If you see the sum, you will be understanding this clearly. So for the work done formula, it is W equal to F vector dot D vector. For the torque formula, it is R vector cross F vector. You should be very clear with that. Okay, you should not change the products. So 6.11, see the question. Find the magnitude and direction questions of the torque about the point. So the position vector is given as 2, 0. The point of the position vector is given of a force. So what is force here? F vector is equal to 2 into I cap minus j cap minus k cap. Okay, so the position vector is given as OA vector is given as 2 2 comma 0 comma minus 1. So 2 into I cap plus 0 into j cap, this is nothing. So minus 1 into k cap. So this is the r vector, position vector. Okay, so we are going to find the torque. T vector is equal to r vector cross f vector. How would you find the cross product? By using the determinant I cap, j cap, k cap, r at first. So 2, this is 0, this is minus. So we are not having the coefficient of j here. And what about f? It is 2 minus 1 minus 1. So I cap into, so 0 into minus 1 is 0, minus of, minus into minus 1 is plus. So minus 1 minus j cap of 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, minus of, this is minus 2, plus, so plus 2, plus k vector of 2 into minus 1 is minus 2, this is 0. So what's the answer here? It is minus I cap, this becomes 0, and this is minus 2 k cap. So the torque is given like this. Okay, but in your book they have given, they have asked us to find the magnitude and direction. Magnitude means you have to find the length, right? So magnitude of T is given by square root of minus 1 square plus minus 2 square, which is equal to square root of 1 plus 4 is equal to root 5 units. This is the yes, this is the magnitude. And if you want to find the direction cosine, how can you find the direction cosine is? Okay, so the points of torque is minus 1, 0, minus 2. So the direction cosine is given like this. Direction cosine is given the point divided by the magnitude, that is minus 1 comma root 5. So 0 comma root 5 is 0, and then minus 2 comma root 5. This is the direction cosine. If they ask us to find the direction alone, means that is from, you have to tell the direction of AB vector or DA vector like this. Direction cosine means you have to find the points of the torque, and that is divided by the magnitude, that is minus 1 divided by 5, 0 divided by 5 is 0, minus 2 divided by root 5. Okay, so with this we are going to complete this video. So let us meet in the next class. Thank you, students.